Hey, good afternoon. It's 5:09 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. It is 12:39 a.m. in Tehran. An ongoing military investigation has determined that the United States is responsible for a deadly Tomahawk missile strike on an Iranian elementary school, according to U.S. officials and others familiar with the preliminary findings. The target coding provided by the Defense Intelligence Agency, the military intelligence agency that helps develop targets, labeled the school building as a military target when it was passed to Central Command, the military headquarters overseeing the war, according to people briefed on the preliminary findings of the investigation. Trump said, "I don't know about it," of course, when prompted by a reporter about the investigation, although he has previously suggested Iran may have been responsible. As of today, the International Energy Agency has begun the largest oil release in its history, approximately 400 million barrels, to counter price spikes caused by the U.S.-Israeli war with Iran. That is more than double the release after the Russia-Ukraine war began. There is a loss of approximately 20 million barrels per day with closure of the strait. Oil facilities in Oman were struck in Iranian retaliatory strikes, and a third cargo vessel has been hit by an unknown projectile, the UK Maritime Trade Operations has reported. Iran said any ceasefire must include recognition of Iran's rights, payment of reparations, and international guarantees against future attacks. The European Union and United Kingdom have demanded that Israel halt a surge in violence by Jewish settlers against Palestinians in the Israeli-occupied West Bank that has taken place since the start of the country's war with Iran. Increased transport costs driven by the conflict in Iran will be passed on to consumers, the boss of the world's second biggest shipping company has said. Vincent Clerc, chief executive of Maersk, who also makes $7 million a year, told the BBC that the Danish shipping giant has mechanisms in place so if fuel prices go up or down, that is passed on to the company's customers. Maersk made a profit of $2.9 billion in 2025. Spain has withdrawn its ambassador to Israel as that relationship continues to cool over the current war and continued genocide in Gaza. The president of the European Commission has warned against returning to Russian fossil fuels in the wake of the Iran war, saying it would be a strategic blunder. Pete Hegseth has banned press photographers over unflattering images of himself. The defense secretary's staff took issue with images taken in a rare briefing last week and decided to shut out photographers from two subsequent news conferences, according to people familiar with the decision. If you'll remember, Hegseth had a makeup studio built in the Pentagon for him shortly after he arrived, costing approximately $40,000 taxpayer dollars, our money. And finally, an Iranian-linked hacking group has carried out a cyber attack on a U.S.-based medical equipment company named Stryker, shutting down technology operations across its global offices. The attack disrupted operations for thousands of employees who were unable to access company systems, reported the Wall Street Journal. News Nation affiliate Wood reported that Iranian-linked cyber group Handala claimed responsibility for the attack on social media, calling it retaliation for the brutal attack on the Manab school and in response to ongoing cyber assaults against the infrastructure of the axis of resistance.